And the war on 4 is raging in the Sunshine State. Amendment 4 concerns abortion and would take Florida to viability about 24 weeks. And defeating it now seems to be at least a part-time job for Governor Ron DeSantis. Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders joining us live from Tallahassee tonight. Forrest, the governor's political critics say that this crosses the line.
Yeah, I mean, Governor DeSantis has always been very clear about where he stands on Amendment 4, but now he is traveling around the state doing these official press conferences using taxpayer dollars and basically saying that people should not vote in favor of it, and that is only raising more questions and concerns from his critics. In just 2 days, 3 official press conferences for Governor Ron DeSantis in major metros: Coral Gables, Winter Garden, and Jacksonville.
It's great to be back in Jacksonville.
The focus, defeating Amendment 4. That's the abortion initiative DeSantis considers too broad and too dangerous.
The whole idea is to try to jam this through with a blizzard of lies.
If approved, A4 exchanges Florida's 6-week ban for viability, about 24 weeks, with exceptions determined by a, quote, healthcare provider. It lacks definitions and protects, quote, parental notification without mentioning parental consent.
There is a bait and switch on the way it was written. Notification is not consent, and you will absolutely have minors that undergo abortion without the parents consenting to it.
DeSantis, not alone in his travels, flanked by physicians at each stop, all echoing his concerns.
Vote no on Amendment 4.
Thank you for voting no on Amendment 4.
To vote no on Amendment 4.
Their push comes atop what DeSantis calls taxpayer-funded PSAs, highlighting current abortion law.
Lately, you've probably heard a lot of misinformation about our abortion laws.
Plus that very controversial effort to pressure Florida TV stations to stop running ads supporting Amendment 4. This one in particular.
Florida has now banned abortion, even in cases like mine.
A Florida health attorney working at the governor's direction sent letters like this, threatening criminal proceedings to stations if the ads weren't removed for alleged false information. A federal judge has since ordered the state to knock it off with a temporary injunction saying, quote, to keep it simple for the state of Florida, it's the First Amendment, stupid.
Medical professionals from across the state, representing over 800 doctors, are officially endorsing Amendment 4.
Those supporting Amendment 4 had their own press call Tuesday, bringing their team of supporting doctors.
A yes vote means ending Florida's extreme abortion ban, saving women's lives, and getting government out of our exam rooms.
The Yes on 4 campaign said DeSantis is in the wrong and trying to muddy the waters in the election's final days.
This overwhelming support for Florida's medical community sends a clear message. Abortion is health care.
All right, so let's talk about the polling. The latest UNF poll showed that Amendment 4 has 60% support among likely Florida voters. What does it need to pass? 60% support. So in these final days, it looks like this is going to be a very close race for Amendment 4, Paul.
Yeah, Forrest, a lot of Floridians, especially here in the Tampa Bay area, they're still literally digging out of hurricane debris and floodwaters. You got to wonder what their appetite is for this kind of politics right now. There's also been some early reporting this week that the impact statement that's attached to Amendment 4 on the ballot has caused some confusion among those early voters. Some reporting back that they feel the language is biased, seems to be trying to sway votes rather than just state the facts. Are you hearing anything about that up there at the Capitol?
This was a concern of the Yes on 4 crew when the ballot initiative initially got that financial impact statement, right? They actually went to the Florida Supreme Court. They wanted a rewrite. They didn't get it. And so now that impact statement is right there associated with the ballot initiative. But the concern has always been that the language was just being a little misleading here. And you actually had some division amongst the economists that were sitting down evaluating what the impact statement should look like. It wasn't just unanimous. There was dissent there. There was some concern that it was potentially leading voters to believe that this could have a huge financial impact. And really, I mean, it's kind of in the eye of the beholder, right? You've got crews like the DeSantis team who's saying, yes, it's going to have a huge financial impact. The state is potentially going to have to start paying for Medicaid abortions. And then you've got others saying this actually could have a financial benefit for the state because you're getting fewer people who might have to use welfare programs. So listen, This is a quagmire of an issue, and it's an ongoing one as we get into these final days of the election. And you're right, the hurricane, that's going to play a role too. We just don't really know how big of one. We'll probably find out in the coming days. Paul.
Yeah, 14 days to go and counting for Saunders. Live from Tallahassee. Many thanks, sir. All right.